There's another big trailer out right now. We've been kind of inundated with some pretty big trailers recently, Chad. I mean, just the other day, we had Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Four First Steps, which I really enjoyed that trailer. You know, being a Fantastic Four fan, like comic book fan, looks like they're finally, hopefully getting it right, just basically the aesthetics and little bits and pieces. We saw the performances, the tone of it all, but one franchise I haven't liked for quite some time has been the Jurassic Park, or I guess it's been rebranded as the Jurassic World franchise. Now, that's not to say I haven't loved Jurassic Park. The original Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies of all time. Grew up watching that film as a kid. I've had the opportunity to see it in theater several times. You know, over my lifetime, it's great. I love that movie. It's one of the greatest action-adventure, science fiction, creature feature, horror films out there. It's just so good. Seminal special effects in terms of CGI, but the animatronics hold up to this day. Iconic characters, you know, whether it be, you know, Dr. Alan Grant or Ian Malcolm, you know, played by Jeff Goldblum. Just incredible, right? And then everything that's come afterwards, in terms of the movies, in my opinion, has not been very good, you know? Even Spielberg couldn't recapture the magic when he came back to direct the Lost World. And then you had Jurassic Park 3, which, to be honestly, in hindsight, that might be my favorite Jurassic Park sequel. Because Joe Johnston's like, listen, I'm going to make a dumb fucking monster movie, all right? It's going to be 90 minutes. I'm going to get the audience in and out, and boom, all right? It'll be set piece, set piece, set piece. And that's what he did. That's what he provided, all right? And I'm like, hey, man. Appreciate that, right? You didn't waste your time. And then you had Jurassic World, which I like the concept of, like, okay, what if Jurassic Park, like, worked? What if it actually worked and it's been around for a while? Like, I think it's a cool concept. It's just like, the movie itself, it just feels uninspired, to be perfectly honest. It doesn't really have a lot going for it in terms of the characters or anything, and the stuff that it sets up, it doesn't really execute all that well. Like, the best that movie is at is when you have these big giant monster battles. You know, when you have the Indominus Rex fighting against a T-Rex who's teamed up with a Velociraptor. That's when the movie's like, all right, we're having some fun here. But overall, not great. And then the sequels that came afterwards, or 10 times worse, for Fallen Kingdom, was wretched. Although the ending of that movie set up something cool. It's like, all right, dinosaurs are finally on the mainland. Let's do that. And then that movie, The Dominion, the sequel to that, just kind of like, hey, you know, it's not a big deal. We've kind of dealt with that. It was, you know, there might be like under 40 related human dinosaur deaths or something in the last 5 years, but don't worry about it. It's like, what? And then most of that movie is just focused on giant bugs, which on paper sounds cool when I say giant fucking bugs. Like, oh, cool. Let's get a giant spider fighting a T-Rex. No, it's just grasshoppers. It's fucking, they're like about the size of my hand. It's like, that's kind of lame. Do they eat anybody? Nah. It's like, oh, that's not fun. And then they bring back the original Legacy cast, and they don't do anything with it. It's an awful. That Dominions is the worst one to me. That's my worst one. Though people would say like Fallen Kingdom is the worst one. I wouldn't argue with you because that movie's really bad. It sets up something interesting that they don't do anything with. And it has the one sad brontosaurus that didn't make it to the ship in the movie, which I thought was kind of cool. I was like, oh, that's sad. Dominion has nothing. But all those movies did well. Like the Jurassic World films, they all made over $1 billion. You know, each sequel did not make as much. You know, there was a bit diminishing returns, but still it made over $1 billion. Huge profit, right? Despite critically, you know, and just doing worse and worse and worse, in my opinion. And, you know, you'd be fucking crazy to think that, like, after Dominion, like, we're done with this franchise. Universal's like, that's it, folks. We're done. It's like, no, of course they're going to keep doing this. And apparently the turnaround in this movie was very quick because they wanted this out very, very soon. And they went through, like, a whole list of filmmakers to try to get it out there. They all passed. And eventually settling on Gareth Edwards, who, to be perfectly honest, I am not a fucking fan of. Okay? I know he has his defenders and he has his fans. I don't get it. I really don't. His original movie, Monsters, just is boring. I really dislike Godzilla 2014 despite being excited about it. He's not the director of Rogue One, okay? He directed a Rogue One movie we never fucking saw. All right? The director of Rogue One is Tony Gilroy, all right? And then he did The Creation, or whatever the hell it was called. Creation? I did not like that movie. It looked good, but man, story sucked. So he's director of this. I've reacted to this trailer. I've shared my thoughts on it, but we'll do that in just a bit. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. So let's go ahead and take a look at Jurassic World Rebirth. We're birthing, chat. We're birthing Muty Dinos. Let's go!
5 minutes later.
I've been calling him the Derp-Rex because it just looks like he's got this big swollen noggin. And his eyes, he just looks walled-eyed as hell. And I'm like, I don't think I could take that thing seriously. But apparently, I think it was released, the description for him. It's their first attempt at making a T-Rex, I guess, like back in the day, like when Hammond, spared no expense, when he was trying to like make dinosaurs, and this was like the first thing that came out, and it was like, oh, this one's a little derpy. And I guess they've kept him at this facility the entire time. Like, there's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions, and I'm going to bring those up in just a bit. We're going to have a nice conversation about this. But my general opinion on the trailer itself, what I will say is, to be somewhat positive, aesthetically, it does feel a little bit different from the Jurassic World films in terms of the color palette. It feels a lot warmer. It feels a lot more reminiscent of the original Jurassic Park in that way. I'm just saying, just in how it's lit. Whereas the main color I would use to describe the Jurassic World films, the three previous ones, is blue. A lot of blue, a lot of gray. Look at those movies; it just feels that way, just when you look at them, right? So I was like, I do like, okay, I'm like, all right, that's good. And the movie that reminds me the most of in the Jurassic Park franchise is 3, which 3 again is honestly. I mean, the first one's my favorite. There's no fucking question. Nothing comes close to it. But if I had to pick a sequel, I'm like, okay, what's the next one? I would say 3. Because 3, Joe Johnston, he just said, I'm making a monster movie. I'm going to get you in and out of the theater, 90 minutes, boom, set piece, and that's it. All right? And that's what he did. All right? It's not perfect, believe me. But it at least moves at a good clip, moves at a good pace, and it's like, yeah, it's the one I prefer out of all the sequels, personally. And it definitely feels that. Plus, the Spinosaurus is just reminding me of 3, because that was the big, that was the dinosaur that killed the T-Rex on it. So I was like, okay, cool. But outside of that, everything else about this trailer, it's just like, hey, remember this? Like, the first shot is literally the banner behind the T-Rex. Again, it's like, why are we doing this again? It's the same thing. And then even a lot of the action scenes just feel very similar to what we've seen before in the franchise. And just the premise, like, we're going back to the island again? I thought it blew up. I thought they blew this island up. It's like, where the fuck are we? What island are we on now? Because you had Isla Nublar, and then you had Site B, which is Isla Sorna, which is the one with the Spinosaurus and shit. And so it's like, okay, where are we? Are we back on Site B? Is that where we are again? Because they're the Spinosauruses there? Is that what's happening? Is this not Isla Nublar? So I'm a little confused by that. But then the other part of it is, it's just these characters just feel like derivative versions of what we've seen. Like Scarlett Johansson. I like Scarlett Johansson. She looks fucking sexy in this. She looks great. She's a good actor, it's great to get some diversity in the film. How many different races have this year she's played? Good to get some Asian representation in Jurassic Park. I think it's the first time we have like an Asian lead in the Jurassic Park franchise. I think that's fantastic. Really good, really good. Just, you gotta applaud that, Jay. You gotta applaud that. Asian lead, wonderful. Japanese. I kid. But she just feels like a gender bent version of Chris Pratt's Raptor Wrangler. She just feels like, okay. And I didn't like his character at all because he's generic action man. He was generic action man. Scarlett Johansson is generic action woman, right? You have her nerdy character. You have her nerdy friend who feels like every other nerdy dress other than Jeff Goldblum, like a super, super driven version of Jeff Goldblum's character. I think it's Jonathan Bailey. Isn't that Jonathan Bailey? Like, he reminds me like of Justice Smith's character from the Jurassic World franchise, right? And Mahershala Ali is just, he's your mercenary. He's your mercenary. Is like, I'm a criminal, but I'm a charming criminal. I'm a rogue of a heart of gold, right? You got all that. And so that just feels very similar to what we've seen before. Like, we've had a lot of mercenary types in the Jurassic Park franchise, Jurassic World franchise. And then it's just like, why are you bringing a kid here? And then it's like taking from, like The Lost World and the other. And then the later trilogy, Jurassic World trilogy, where it's like, why are we taking a kid here? This is like a special Black Ops mission to get dino DNA. It's like, why is she here? Is she going to be like, oh, she's precocious and she snuck on fucking board? I was like, I don't want to deal with this. It's the same shit. It just feels so similar to me. And the last thing is, it's just like, okay, we're dealing with more hybrids now, more muties and things. I'm just like, guys, it just, like it, and for a long time, the franchise has tried, I guess technically the dinosaurs have always been muties, you know? Because they're all like cobbled together from different sources of DNA. Infamously, you know, in the original Jurassic Park, in order to fill in the gaps of the DNA segments, they put in frog DNA, and that fucked everything up. And so that's always been a thing of the franchise. They really leaned into it, obviously, in 4, and you know, what was it called? The Indominus Rex, which was part T-Rex, part raptor, part snake. Part cuttlefish. It's like, what? And then the other thing is, they've tried to, they've played around with this for a while. It's never happened. They kind of almost like imply it, or at one point, or it felt like it could have gone that direction. The later world films where they have like dinosaur human hybrids, and you can find not fan art. You can find concept art. You can find models where they were going to do that for like whatever the first iteration of Jurassic Park 4 was going to be. Like all that's been around for a while. And this mutie dinosaur reminds me of that. I'm thinking like, oh, this is a fucking dinosaur human hybrid apparently, and maybe it could be for all we know, but they are describing it. They put out like information about it, and they've said that this is their first attempt at trying to clone a T-Rex, and it did not. It's the Chris Herman of dinosaurs, exactly. Yes, there it is. It's my son. This is their first attempt at trying to create a T-Rex, and it did not come out right. It came out a little derpy, as you can see, a little derp. So, and I guess it looks like a Rancor, and they said he's like, and that was the inspiration. It was a T-Rex, Rancor, and apparently alien, xenomorph with the enlarged head. And I'm thinking like, okay, we gotta deal with the same forehead, same giant noggin. I should know, but it's probably gonna make $1 million. It's probably gonna make a lot of money. People are gonna go see it because, you know, the last 3 did. Maybe not as much as, you know, the one prior to it, but still all made over $1 billion. I don't know. This didn't really impress me. I've been burned. I think we've been burned many, many times over and over again. I'm just like, nah, man. I mean, I'll watch it. I'll review it. Obviously, you know, it's going to be a big release. July of this year is packed because this is coming out in July 2025, the same month that Superman is coming. I think Superman comes out 2 weeks later. And then after that, it's Fantastic Four. You have 3 giant movies coming out then. It's nuts. So, what about you guys? How do you feel about this? Wham! Thank you so much for getting us up to Blazed Up Lad. Blazed Up Lad, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Let me see. Let me go and scroll up and see what you guys are saying. That's one ugly T-Rex. God damn, the fugly dinosaur. 20, 30 years now. How? I know. That's the thing I'm confused about. It's like, where the fuck are we in this? Because I thought Isla Nublar, you blew up Isla Nublar because Hammond's like, spared no expense, we're going to build an active volcano, which I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. Clearly. And so this must be Site B again. Where the fuck was this thing? Now, I was on board with this movie when it seemed like an adventure film, and then the mutated special needs dinosaurs. Listen, just give him his grilled cheese, man. Just give him his grilled cheese. Let him do his thing. I made a comment today. I thought I was gonna get in trouble. It's like, I get in trouble for posting this, where I was just like, yeah, this is a Derposaurus. This is a Derp-Rex. Just give him his grilled cheese. Like, he wants your grilled cheese, and he's going to hum the Jurassic Park theme badly as he stalks you. I just feel like he would do that. Oh, God. Let's see here. Especially, it's great. H.R. Giger just woke up out of his grave like, I don't remember making that. Oh, it is. It's yours. That face only Universal could love. Oh, so true. Aside from the mutant, I do like how the dinosaurs looks as bugs. You know what? The thing is, like, I thought they were going to do more animatronics. There's just a lot of CGI dinosaurs again. I was like, man, they're never going to bring those back. Never going to bring those back. Marshall Ali better not be doing, but I think he's doing, that sure looks like a BRF. The color palette is better, but story-wise, it just feels absolutely stupid. Oh, no, I agree, 100%. Just can't get why this franchise refused to move on and do anything new that doesn't revolve going to an island or finding a location from the original movie. Yeah. So it's just, I mean, the trailer, like, literally starts with, like, a callback to the original film. It's just like, fuck. I hope they don't kill off Marshall Ali, but I'm just, oh, don't worry, they got plenty of other black people to kill off in the movie. Didn't you see? Like, earlier, I think at one point, Marshall Ali, he has, this guy. Here we go. This guy's hanging on the cliff. Oh, that guy's dead. I was like, yeah, you're dead, man. You're black and you're fat? Oh, you're fucked. It's over. They got that guy. I don't know. You're ethnically mysterious. We know exactly what you are. You're Dino Chow. You're Dino food. Here's the kid. Here's Mahershala Ali. Go like, I wonder if Mahershala Ali is going to do a blackerfice. Do you think he's going to do it? Because he's trying to get the Derp-Rex Rex away from the kid here. He's trying to distract it, right? There it is. Man, it really does look like the alien. There's that. But then they have the little girl here, and she's like, why the fuck are you here? Why? Okay. But don't worry, they're going to kill plenty of black people in this movie. I think it's Site B because they mentioned it's where they breed the dinosaurs. Okay, so it is Site B. So we're going back there. Yeah, we haven't been there since 3, so. Let's see. Agree, everything is just watered down elements of things we've seen time and time again. Yep. I can't wait for the movie to quote Clever. Yeah, they're gonna do the quotes and things or whatever. Clever boy. You know what they'll do? They'll do kind of like they'll modify a little bit and said like, okay, what if we instead of saying clever girl, we say clever boy, and they're like, that's great. And that person got paid a lot of money to do that. Use the kid as bait, probably. Also, why does it look like that scene from Kenobi? Oh, what scene? Mahershala Ali is also a black man Jurassic Park movie, so black. Yeah, many of them don't make it out, except the only one that I think made it out is Chris Pratt's. Oh, Justice Smith. But then you also had Chris Pratt's friend, too. He made it out. Oh, Casey, good to have you here. Doing okay. Been a busy day. Yeah, Frogosaur, it looks like a big old frog. Nano DNA. Honestly, I don't even hate the idea of mutant dinosaurs. I just want better designs for them. Sure. Yeah, they did that, Chris for Fallen Kingdom. Yeah. The Chris dinosaur. My big old head. Yeah, it looks like the newborn feeling resurrection. Yeah, good point, Bishop. It's like our Joe. I hope they say that. I hope they. God, to this day, I was like, what the fuck did that ever mean? What was it, the Giganosaurus? I don't remember. I think it was the Giganosaurus, and that thing was lame as fuck. They didn't do anything with that thing. And where Colin Trevorrow like literally described it as it's the Joker of dinosaurs. He just wants to watch the world burn. And everyone said, "What are you talking about? What do you mean by that?" And when you watch the film, he's not the Joker of dinosaurs at all. Oh my god. Honestly, the best dinosaur in that Dominion movie was the giant bird. That thing, the blind bird dinosaur, that thing was creepy as fuck. I was like, what the hell is this thing chasing after Bryce Dallas Howard? Trying to bite her big ass. I ain't watching this hot garbage of a movie, says Deadpool with that little one of them cheeks. Jurassic franchise will always find a way to shoehorn kids in. I got to build the kids. I'm getting tired of seeing children movies who are only there for cheap suspense. Yep, exactly. They got her. Like, she's being stalked by some dinosaurs. She's going to be stalked by the Derp-Rex Rex. But it's going off of Everett's previous big monster movie. We can expect to see humans for 90% of the movie with dinosaurs being shown for about 3 seconds. That's a good point. You bring up a good point, Blaze. Each before the camera cuts away, back to boring human. I do wonder if they're showing all the scenes of the dinosaurs, because that is such a thing that he does. Like his original movie Monsters, which barely has any monsters in it, he did the same thing with Godzilla 2014, and then he did it. What was the other one? Yeah, he just keeps doing that. It's very weird. So I wonder if he's going to do it now. I feel like he can't. Tyrannosaurus Rex canceled. That's fine. That's fair. Does this mean we get that meme version Jurassic Park theme with the? Yes, we gotta do that. Blaze update really didn't like Fallen Kingdom. Me neither. To me, the first Jurassic World movie made sense to make since it was mainly a fun, silly nostalgia trip. But then Fallen Kingdom was like, oh, let's do human dinosaur clone things. And then Dominion was like, we could show you dinosaurs, but guys, locusts. Like, we're gonna try to sell you on the fucking locusts. Which honestly, again, if they just say we're gonna do giant fucking bugs and spiders, you'd be like, cool, that's fucking awesome. Let's go. And they don't do that. This is fucking. That's such a weird choice. That was so utterly bizarre. I'm like, why? Serious spot, green salutation, hope we're living long, prosper. Talking about the Derp-Rex Rex right here. He derpy. Why have all the black people gotta die? I'm not saying they all gotta die. I'm just telling you what happens in Jurassic Park. For the most part, they all die. Oh my god. Wait till the Derp-Rex Rex does this. Oh, what do you have here? What's this? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Here, I'll show this. I'll show this right now. Here we go. Let me play this. Yeah, here's the Derp-Rex.
I always wanted my own little bunny rabbit.
little bunny.
I will name him George, and I will hug him and pet him.
Well, that's what he's gonna do for Mahershala Ali.
I'm not a bunny rabbit.
And pat him and pet him and
You're hurting me.
Just you're hurting me. Please.
rub him and caress
Oh
him.
no!
I ain't no bunny rabbit.
You dumb fuck! That's brilliant. Yes. Oh, that's so good. So good. Oh, man. Brando, I haven't watched the last two Jurassic Park. I mean, you're not missing much. And I know plan on watching this one. Hard passes, Brando. It's actually a Blade Runner. Yes, this is where he gets bit. He gets bit by one of them dinos. Mess with his DNA. I'll save you, white people. Michelle leaping him off of a Derp-Rex. He's like, that's a good sacrifice. I think he might be that one scene of him fucking distracting. I think that's what's gonna fucking happen. There he goes. Where is he? He's like, come eat me instead. We gotta save Whitey. There's only gonna be one blade, apparently so. Two tall hard hands. Good to see you. What's up, Chris and Monju's Game Family? Good to have you here, too. Hope you're doing very well. Yeah, just a bit talking. Do you think David Leitch was in talks and he wanted to do something different? Universe was like, nah, we're good. We're just gonna rush a shitty cash for 2012 instead. That's the thing. Like, this movie was rushed into production. Like, they were just talking. What they just talking about making this movie like last year? Like, it was like they shot this so fucking quick. I think they were talking about like early 2024 and like, oh, we want this out next year. It's like, whoa. So principal photography was like super fucking. That's not a good sign. Yeah. Brazil, Howard been eating up them oats. Hell yeah. I will miss Bryce Dallas Howard's ass though in the Jurassic World franchise. My God, it did look amazing. Like I gotta admit, Chad, she looked great in those films. Looked great. She looked better like in each one. Like in Fallen Kingdom, she looked really good, and then Dominion, she looked really good. Okay, the Wiki page, the daughter is part of the family that's just conveniently been shipwrecked. Oh, okay, so it's that. They were shipwrecked. All right, it's one of those. Okay. That's the best movie of the year if this happens. I don't know why, but I just get the mental image of the T-Rex from Meet the Robinsons. I ain't no black advice. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I got a big head and little arms. Yeah, that's what he says in the movie. That's right. I'm right here. Come and get me. Yeah. Just once I want a movie to flip the script. Make the person seem like they will be the black person only to fake people out and be other girl. That'd be kind of cool. $300 million. That's what they spent on this is $300 million. So yeah, it's just gonna like the thing is like what I honestly, I kind of wish they would. There's so many different directions they can go in. I like the idea of a post-apocalyptic Jurassic Park film where okay they are the dominant species on or they got to the mainland, they went across the world and now we're all fucked. Or at the very least, you have these countries that didn't have the infrastructure to deal with them, and they've become post-apocalyptic. Like that would be kind of cool. And we've totally quarantined, these huge swaths of land, and that's where the dinosaurs are. But it's it's ravaged the world's economies trying to deal with them. Like I think that'd be kind of cool. And then you do Mad Max of dinosaurs, right? There's one direction, but they didn't follow through with that. They just didn't, which I thought would have been the obvious one to do. I thought they were leaning towards that, but now they went, nah, fuck that. We just figured it out. And so I guess, what are the dinosaurs all dead? Are they all dead in the mainland now? Is that what's happened too? Just God, doesn't make any goddamn sense. The other option is, and this one is very unlikely, but it would be kind of cool if they just did like a more direct adaptation of the book and where it's more of a, because I don't know if you guys haven't read Jurassic Park. It's very good, but tonally very different from the movie that we got. Spielberg, he made it more of a action adventure film, family elements in there and stuff. Like the original book is a horror novel. Like it's really fucked up and scary, and they kill a lot of people in graphic fashion, right? And I think almost like a remake of the original Jurassic Park would be kind of interesting. Or they just do a horror film. I just want a horror Jurassic Park where we just do have a couple dinosaurs and you just have a couple people that got to deal with this. We get to know the characters. Dinosaurs make them really scary again. I think that'd be really cool. Like, that's what I would want. But they're not going to do that. This thing has a fucking $300 million budget. Witness me! Witness! Thank you for the rating, Berserker. Kevin! We're talking about dinos. We're talking about Mahershala Ali sacrificing himself for the white people. A blackrifice. Good to have you here, Edgy. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you. Let me look this up. But this was $300 million? Yeah, so they're just going to do the same fucking thing they've done in all these other movies. Chat, as always, be sure to check out Berserker. She's amazing. She's fantastic. She's staring at big old my beefers in Street Fighter 6. And soon in City of Wolves. Fatal Fury, City of Wolves. Can't wait for that. $300 million. Goddamn. Zizelberg has been quoted saying he wanted to do his classic fantastic story streamer to the book. Yeah, exactly. And that's what he did. And it worked. It worked. It definitely worked. You know, I'm not saying like, oh, they should have done it this way or that way. It worked. I love that original movie. But I think I kind of would like a harder edge Jurassic Park. They'll never do that now. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, we got this. So, again, just to reiterate, I said this before, development of the film was reported in January 2024 and had been underway for some time. Edwards was hired as a director a month later. In February. Because that's what they just need someone to shoot this thing. Like, we need to get somebody. They were looking at all these different people. And so in February, he was picked. Crazy. Principal photography took place in Thailand, Malta. United Kingdom from June to September 2024. The first show was released today. Nuts. So yeah, they were just like, we need to fucking find someone. We got to get this shit out here. So I am not expecting anything from this movie. I love it. It's like, yeah, Spielberg's producing. It's like, what, like that fucking matters. Spielberg producing is just like, it's never a good sign. Because he's just like, put my name on it, give me a check. I don't give a shit. It means nothing. So, yeah, just to reiterate, I pointed out some positives, like aesthetically, I like the way it's lit. It's a warmer color palette, which I think is nice. What was the other thing I said? What was the other thing I think? What did I say? I don't remember what the other thing I said. I can't keep track of all the bad things, but it just feels like more of the same. It just feels like derivative versions of all these characters that we're familiar with. You know, the fact that they just rushed this into production. It just feels like it's member berries and hey, remember this, remember that, remember the reason why you love Jurassic Park is like, I know, I just want you to do something different. They don't give a shit, you know. But it's probably gonna do well. It's probably gonna make over $1 billion. It's gonna be a huge commercial success, but. You know, I don't expect much of this movie. And Gareth Edwards is like, it's so weird because Gareth Edwards has like so many people that love his work. And I'm just like, I don't fucking get it. Like they treat him like he's one of the best filmmakers working today. I just don't understand that at all. I mean, you know, I guess what you like, dislike, you dislike, of course, but it's just weird. It's very weird to me, but whatever. Not looking forward to this. I'll read a couple more comments, then we'll switch it over to some Final Fantasy. I gotta acclimate myself to what the fuck I was doing. I always thought they should make Jurassic Park movie with guests trapped in the park trying to make it evacuation help. That'd be cool. Back to base. Let's fucking go with that. Let's do that. I think that sounds like a plan. Sam Jackson, the dinosaurs left behind, have been plotted there. He's like he's been there the whole time. That'd be fucking wild. But I mean, honestly, there is an idea for a better dinosaur horror movie in there. A family shipwreck and find out it's an island inhabited by man-eating dinosaurs, and the family has to survive together. It's not just another CGI blasted action. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And it's like, that would be kind of a cool reveal, like, you know, in the trailer. Like, they're shipwrecked. They don't know the fuck they are. Then the trailer ends with them seeing, like, the Jurassic Park, like, logo and going, oh, fuck. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of like, oh, no. Like, they find just the sign and like, oh, no. That'd be kind of cool. They don't even show a single dinosaur in the trailer, but you know. I'd be like, all right, okay. He's been a producer of Transformers movie. He's just an easy payday. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't care about quality. He really doesn't. We need a computer expert who knows the island and systems. A one-armed Sam Jackson is around. I'm tired of these motherfucking dinos on this motherfucking Site B. That's the other thing. Like, how would he even have gotten to that island? But it's so funny. Also, this is meant to be a standalone movie. Oh, no. I think this is set up to be a whole trilogy, another series of films. Or is this a case like the new Planet of the Apes where success will basically dictate the making? Yeah, it's successful, which it will be. Like, I'd be shocked if this doesn't do well commercially. Like, critically, I'm sure it's going to be of the same quality as the world films. You know? At worst, Dominion. At best, Jurassic World, which, again, not great. You know. Especially if Gareth Edwards at the helm. But yeah, I think they want to keep this franchise going. They want to make more movies because they clearly have made a lot of money. You know, like, I don't blame them for that. But fuck, man, I just wish they would put some actual effort into this. Return to Queen's Blood Simulator. Exactly. We're gonna get into it. Choco Man. As long as we get the Chris Pratt hands. Oh, that's got to show up at some point. That's gonna show up at some. Don't worry, they'll reference it. There's gonna be all these references in the movie. Rest assured. It'll rear its head. Idea for the next Jurassic Park film, trick the audiences and just replay the first movie. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, oh, good. Well, I don't mind seeing this theatrically again. And they have rich piece of shits and they're bratty kids shipwrecking the island. I would actually prefer it if their characters are actually nice and you like them. That would be interesting. Like, instead of it just being a bunch of shitty, like, rich folks, like, fuck these people and bratty kids. I would actually like it to be like a loving family, and then once they all die horrifically, you actually feel something. Like, when each one of them goes one after the other, and they just, like, it's like, holy shit. Like, I would actually like to care. You know, that, I would prefer that. And maybe, the first thing, you kill one of the kids. It's like, oh my God, when it happens. And it's the cutest one, the one that's cute as a button or something. And she gets her face ripped off. It's like, oh, right? That would be amazing. They won't do that, though. I just want literally anything other than Universal trying to necromancer Jurassic Park over and over again. Yep. Senior citizens, let's go. Senior citizens. Grannies versus dinos. Let me die, Jurassic Park. One thing that makes sense to me, is that Colin Trevorrow is nowhere to be found. But they got Gareth Edwards, though. That's the problem. That's the issue that I have. It's just like, you replace one problem with another problem. That's the Erlen. Now, you think they got now that Velociraptor shows up, that'd be hilarious. Oh, my God. Good old Alan chat. Jurassic Park versus Vin Diesel's family. That's what they should have done, honestly. Back when the Fast franchise was at its height. And you find out the reason they're on the boat the whole time is the father lost all his money to crypto rug pull. Oh, yeah, this is the reveal. Yeah, Edwards is a much better filmmaker than Trevorrow. Is he, though? Is he? I don't know about that. Oh, Lordy. Let's see. There you go, Chad. Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, Rebirth, whatever. I don't give a fuck. The one thing I'm hoping, though, is that whatever the hell this thing is, this Derposaurus, that this leads to some funny... There's the T-Rex. T-Rex is like, I'm here. Don't worry. I'm fucking here. Oh, he grabbing his ass. There he is. Whatever this thing is. Yes, 3 out of 4 for him versus 1 out of 4. 3 out of 4? 3 out of 4 what? Movies? No. Monsters was terrible. Godzilla was boring. Rogue One, he did not direct that movie. That is not his film. That is Tony Gilroy. Tony Gilroy saved the movie. And The Crater was one of the most boring, generic. And that's the thing. That's the thing they got him, because it's like, this guy, they like, listen, we just need you to shoot this thing. We just need you to do this. Just do what you did, before. And he delivers generic, boring science fiction films. And I'm not counting Rogue One in there because he didn't direct that movie. But all the other 3 films that he has directed were all boring, had nothing going for them, and I'm just like, oh God, this is gonna be more of the same. It's gonna be more of the same. Yeah, I'm absolutely giving Gareth Edwards the Toby Hooper poltergeist treatment 100%, because he's not fucking doing Andor season 1 and season 2. He isn't doing that. Does he have any creative involvement in those shows? No. And then I look at Andor, I'm going like, wow, this is like Rogue One, except even better. It's almost like they went with the more talented filmmaker. Yeah. At best, he's made 2 okay movies. I'll give him that. At best, he's made 2 okay movies.